Howdy hoy, everybody.
Hello.
This is your captain speaking.
And the mama monkeys.
And we are continuing. We're on a roll. We just completed the council.
And I'm just laughing about the next game we're going to play.
Well, we're going to be playing a little game that's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
We love you, Colonel.
A finger-licking good dating simulator.
It makes sense. It literally is that. I'm not making up that's what it's called.
No, this is a thing that KFC actually put out. It's free, so anybody can play this on the Steam store, and I'm sure in other locations where various games are sold. But this came out a little while ago, and I've managed to not, like, despite my morbid curiosity, not immediately play it or view anything that happens in it. So
it was meant for the quarantine time.
Yeah. I've managed to avoid all the spoilers.
It's colorful, it's rainbows, it's anime, it's the little girl's dream along with fried chicken.
Along with fried chicken. And the thing is, we were inspired because we were going to be playing this game to actually get Kentucky Fried Chicken delivered.
Yeah!
Because again, we are quarantined.
Yeah!
We have to spend the time somehow.
So we social distanced ourselves away from the colonel, but we brought the colonel to us.
Yes, and we hope to do it again.
Yeah.
We want to bring that colonel to us.
We got the buckets and the potatoes.
Also, we're going to try a little bit something different. We're actually going to... Whoa.
Hi!
Hello.
This is what we look like.
And this is what I look like without any greenness.
I don't have any makeup on at all. There's nothing. Natural mama.
I have more makeup on than you do.
I literally have none. Like, no. Maybe some residual liner.
Yeah. Here we are, enjoying old fashions. And Kentucky Fried. Look, there's here's some gravy evidence.
We're not fibbing.
Gravy
We got
evidence.
the colonel.
Yes. And we're gonna do this, and should be a grand old time.
Yay!
Oh, let's start. Oh yeah, Steam client. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, there's still. Oh.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh.
Jesus.
A PSYOP production?
Good morning. Oh, that's so pretty.
Wow.
Okay, this is off.
There's a thing. Chop that coleslaw. Yeah.
It looked like cabbage.
This was in the coleslaw. It's cabbage.
Cabbage.
At least in the Colonel's coleslaw.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh. Beautiful.
Oh boy. That was
beautiful.
Oh, there's two of them. Oh, too much.
Twin colonel.
Too much sexiness going on.
Secret herbs and spices.
All right.
Yes,
so
please.
we're gonna play a new game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what is our name?
Welcome, chef. Before we get started, tell us your name.
We need a good name. Or not a good name. I guess it's depending on how you want to look at it.
Let's see. I don't know. Should it be KFC related? Should it not be?
Look, we're gonna be doing a lot of reading.
Yeah.
Which means that there's gonna be a lot of times we have to see somebody address us as something.
This thing. I don't know. I'm trying to look at our food and see if I come up with anything based on the food.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We could do.
Sneeze.
Look, we're quarantined. Corona.
Oh no. The famous Corona Bowl.
Corona. I like Corona.
Fine.
Here we go. Corona or COVID. Is that cooler sounding?
COVID. Gotta go COVID.
Hey there, COVID.
What's up?
Biscuits.
Oh, biscuits and chicken. Look, my family was a KFC family. Still are. My grandfather, we would have gone anywhere.
Oh,
and he had to have KFC.
You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment.
Look at this apartment, though.
The world is a peaceful... Sorry, the world is a... I'm doing more typos myself than an actual JRPG role-playing game. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever.
Where is that noise coming from?
At first, I thought it was just good. Is this all the chickens that die to make chickens?
Is this the alarm? Because that's
or you can wake up now. Now, your first day of culinary school. Oh, that's our alarm clock is a chicken.
Wow.
What do we do?
Smack the clock up and at 'em.
Up and at 'em.
Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. No, we gotta do this. We gotta cook food.
Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling.
Holy cow!
Thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander.
You need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future.
Oh wait, let's move. I gotta move us. We're in the way. We're in the way of all the tech. We're gonna be super teeny tiny.
Super teeny tiny.
Super teeny tiny.
Oh, why don't you put us in bed? Put us in the bed.
All right.
Wake up,
we're
see?
sleeping. We're sleeping. Okay, no. Back down. Right down here.
I want to sleep on my pillow.
Okay. Will you be there? What will you cook? Or who will be there? What will you... can I not read? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you.
So, do
Are
you
we
take
daydreaming?
it seriously or daydream?
Let's daydream a bit. Let's be romantic about this.
Let's think about the food and the...
It's here finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities. When you realize you're running late, you grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry.
Oh my goodness.
Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes! You're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. Oh no. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh.
You're sweating buckets.
And we stank.
Buckets of chicken.
We stank a biscuit. Can we use the biscuit as a deodorant?
We ate the biscuit. We
should have
smell
rubbed
like
some excess.
It should have been chicken grease. That's the best deodorant.
Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning.
It's lovely.
Here comes
like
your
the trees.
lifelong best friend forever, Miriam.
Hi, Miriam. Oh, hi.
Hi. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
Of course.
This is all you.
Good morning, Kelvin. Are you excited for the day of the rest of our lives? I had to. She just seemed
Actually, I'm...
Because, sure, I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous.
What the...
It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. And what if I'm not good? What if I fail?
Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents. She's so sad.
She's crying.
No. Oh, no.
Oh.
She's always held herself to a very high standard.
Oh, no.
Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box.
What? The quick... Wow.
It's been clear to me
The world we live in.
that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great.
But the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning famous 3-day only semesters is afraid of being left behind and never catching up. I'm afraid of being left behind.
A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer,
That
she got so
face.
nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin.
Oh. Ow.
That's some vigorous practicing.
She's practicing on a statue.
Well, a mannequin that was like plasticky.
Yeah, that.
To
yeah, it
chip
was
a
a mannequin.
tooth on a mannequin, like she went.
Well, judging by the fact that she cuts off every second of every sentence, and
Should we change the
She went
topic
ham
or
on the
just
mannequin.
pepper up?
chicken. Pepper up. Get it, pepper?
Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read?
The lady in the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? Santa Claus?
I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own.
Oh, swoon.
Swoon.
And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all.
That face though she has. I can't. Her face is just so funny. She's awkward.
As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease.
Oh. That's not a face that looks like she's at ease.
She looks mad.
Oh my god. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? That's a girl accomplishment.
You can definitely
we cut our
believe
own hair, and that is a win.
I cannot believe it.
Good job, Miriam. You did good.
And before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground.
Your custom engraved spoons? Hey!
It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy.
Oh my God.
She can get anything she wants, and she knows it.
Wow.
Hello, Ashley.
Wait, should I do her?
You're the lady. Lady voices.
Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins.
Chicken shins.
Chicken shins. That's my new one. You leave COVID shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins.
You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying.
Ashley.
You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone.
So it sounds obnoxious. Oh my god. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us.
We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us.
Your really weird insults.
Across the
Chicken
quad,
shins.
you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Madman,
What's that?
has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror.
What about his shins?
His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes.
Oh, baby. Van.
You rang.
Wow.
Good lord.
Oh.
He's got a star haircut.
Oh, man. That's
You've never been
impressive.
sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students.
It's official, though. I have to admit, Van has better bangs than me.
I mean, he has bangs?
It's literally a giant star.
I mean, is that his bangs, though, or just
It's
his
sticking
top
out
of
from
his
his
hair?
head.
I mean,
It's man bangs.
man bangs, I guess.
Van's man bangs.
Also, what has he got? He's got like a collar shirt without arms
It's
or
like-
sides.
No. It's like the suits. That front white panel.
Yeah, like
old suits that
like
would, flip up.
like a waiter's coat thing.
He's just wearing that with like an insane belt. Okay. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now.
Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
Psh, see you later, losers.
As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie.
Hey, fart.
I think it's broken.
Oh.
I don't know. Is this a boy? I don't know. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I picked a voice. I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down.
Wow.
Hi, Pop. I'm COVID. So, really, COVID's not that weird of a name out of this lineup.
Compared to Ashley.
Are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me? Or is he kind of cute?
Just you? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting.
Who is that picture?
Who's that picture? What is going on here with the square root of crispy or something? Like what's going on?
The square root of crispy. And if you have 10 chickens, if you have an 8-piece chicken inside of your bucket, you take one out. How many chickens do you have left? That's what it looks like to me when I see that bucket and one drum out.
That's what it is.
Man. It's a
dog.
Boopy.
A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable.
What?
Oh, no. Quiet down, everyone. I'm doing a deep headmaster voice. No, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class?
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
Oh my god.
And then he walks in.
Oh my god.
You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him.
I'm allergic to cherry petals. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he could finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong.
And this over here must be sweaty. Sweats a lot.
Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates everyone entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that.
You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults?
Chicken jizz. Besides, when COVID sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
Oh.
Weird.
I only have one choice.
There you go.
Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer.
Oh my god.
Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up.
Use his handkerchief
Colonel
to blot your
Sanders.
pits.
Colonel Sanders is talking to you.
Oh.
Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified.
He wants you to blot your
This
pits.
can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment?
That's too great.
Oh, how will we respond?
Oh.
Are we gonna turn him down or
He's being a gentleman. Take it.
take his handkerchief?
Yeah.
You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful,
Hearts.
you hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent.
Oh.
It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled.
Oh my god.
Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood. There may even be really adorable tiny food.
Oh.
And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? You don't recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter... I'm really getting into character. You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. I'm really having to go to the back of the truck. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels.
He's crying.
You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter. That's a thing. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but rough, or tough, I saw dog,
but it's
is
rough.
well known.
Yay.
You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind?
Beef treat, rubber ball, chicken snack.
See, this is a tricky one because you would think chicken, but is it the Colonel's chicken? Will he be offended?
No, you might have the Colonel's chicken. We ate a biscuit at home.
This is true. We did have a biscuit.
It'll be.
Was this a prequel? KFC.
They're meant
Is this a
to
prequel
be
to his
because
franchise?
they're together
I don't know.
with the chicken.
I have no idea. Beef treat, chicken snack.
Chicken snack. It's a chicken little. We're gonna give him a chicken little.
You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it.
Whew.
His favorite.
Well.
Well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with the coating of warm doggy drool.
Ugh.
You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
Logically.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Oh, no.
These are your options? Oh my god.
It's our
Hey,
best
COVID!
friend.
There's still a seat here.
It seems no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. I don't know what accent I'm doing anymore.
God. You're doing a southern drawl.
Do a southern drawl.
But it's only if you're interested. Oh no!
The best friend or... Oh.
Oh no. That's a hard choice. Well, look, maybe the Colonel will appreciate the fact that we're loyal to our friend.
Maybe.
And we'll play coy, because we did say yes to him with his hanky already.
Maybe he'll be disappointed. Maybe you'll make him look like an embarrassment.
Or maybe he'll go crawling to Ashley.
Ashley.
Can't let that happen.
Best friend. Let's be
Best
loyal to
friend.
best friend. You move to take your seat by Miriam.
I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class.
Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by?
Colonel Sanders. He was such a magnet personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had to sit there, you might have gotten to know him a little better.
Well, we didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah. You got.
I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime.
That is the world's shortest semester. What?
It's a dating sim.
I know, but still. Thinking about that all together, it's like I have 3 whole days for this semester now.
So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. Yep.
He is very dreamy.
As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
What?
Yay, a quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1.
You look so mad.
If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
Extremely important.
Looking at you, Pap.
Yep.
That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather, night vision goggles, or a slam dunk.
Feather.
Feather?
Yeah.
Slam dunk. That's right.
Yeah.
Still a slam dunk to me.
Slam dunk chicken.
What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork?
A spork.
That's right.
Magical.
We didn't get any sporks with our delivery. It was
No.
sad.
Ooh.
We missed out on a key essential part.
Maybe that was an essential tool that ran out, like toilet paper.
Maybe so. Yeah. Maybe that's the thing.
Everybody
Maybe we ran out of
wanted
it.
toilet paper and sporks. Quarantine.
What food is best for a broken heart?
Oh. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt.
Camel meat.
Camel meat? All
Or a
right.
pancake that looks like a silly face.
A pancake that looks like a silly face.
That's wrong!
Damn it to hell.
Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary
He's
school.
the best boy.
He's the best boy.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. Your total score is 4 out of 5.
Woo! We got a B.
Only 1 wrong, not too shabby. You might just do all right,
We
kid.
got a B.
You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score.
Oh.
He nods with approval.
Oh.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Oh.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. Really? It's kind of IKEA.
I was just going to say it's literally IKEA, except the tables are all together.
I mean,
There is no social distancing
It's nice
at this
for a
kitchen.
school cafeteria, I suppose. It looks sunny, cheerful.
Yes.
It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating.
Has,
A
like,
delicious fragrance
family-style
wafts
tables.
through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention? I don't remember that. I don't remember that guy's voice.
No.
I don't remember that guy's voice. Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. He's turning into surfer guy. You see, howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hi.
Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers.
Yay!
But shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shush. In honor of our new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head.
What?
Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept.
What?
Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. 4 years. Not 4 years. 4 years. I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But I'm not doing him justice. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as best as they can. But that's all I'll say about that.
Dun dun dun.
What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah.
Wow.
I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him.
Wow.
He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent. As she slides closer to Colonel Sanders, she realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this.
See?
She wants him all to herself.
I said it was gonna happen.
Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Whoa.
Wormhole.
Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension.
Apparently Deep Space Nine.
Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly.
Oh.
So we focus our mind and meditate on this moment. We try to identify every flavor. Or savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Or swim towards the light.
Focus on your mind and meditate on the moment. Try to identify every flavor.
You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt, maybe? Pepper? Too obvious? Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark, something spicy. You dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Yes, even deeper still, until you find it. Could it be What is it?
It's a secret even to us.
He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use...
That's just wrong. Even in the game.
You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. People. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders.
You can't tell anybody.
As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence.
Now you're going to have a conversation with yourself?
Colonel, a sexy conversation with myself, apparently.
Yep.
This is what I signed up for, I guess.
You
Colonel,
did.
I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Whoa.
Oh.
Ha ha! How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I
Oh my
had
God, he has a
for a new combination of flavors that'll make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all the time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I could keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only gonna... Oh, sorry. I'm ruining his mojo.
His face, though.
The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
Oh.
You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use boop. It's something my great-grandmother told me.
Told me.
Told me. My great-grandmother taught me. Wow. You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And boop, it definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe, but you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure out now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him.
Hashtag alone together. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with the big idea. Wow him with a big idea. Add additional ingredients to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. Be modest but thoughtful.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate that compliment, COVID.
Oh, God.
I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step inside of the massive cooking arena.
Holy kitchen!
Where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh, no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. That took a weird, like, that could have gone in weird directions.
Yeah.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Actually, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders.
What? We didn't get a choice. That just
Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Sure, COVID. I'll prepare our station. This is so sad. We didn't even get a choice.
But even like specifically said, it's just the two of us.
I'm taking
to be clear.
I'm grabbing a biscuit. By the way, we're not. This is a KFC thing, but this is not. We're not being paid to do this. We just
No. Oh my God. Yeah. What does everybody says on the internet? Not a sponsor.
No,
yeah, that's what's happening.
But no, we just thought it was theming.
Wait, if we're going, because it's fun. It's fun to theme things. Like, what is it? When we went to go see Star Wars, we had blue milk. I took blue milk and I made green milk for work and things like that. So it's just fun to theme your foods if you get to eat things before really fun things. And I'm doing the thing you're supposed to do, which is dip your biscuit, as one young lady told me, your biscuit inside of the gravy. I heard biscuit at another chicken chain, but it applies everywhere. Biscuit.
All right. Let me try to do this without a mouthful of biscuit.
It's appropriate. It's food. No, not that.
Without you as a partner,
Oh my God.
Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Oh,
Ew.
maybe they're the secret. Maybe they have secrets. Well, hello, new partner.
Oh jeez.
Beep boop. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh my. Two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick. Why are we picking for her? Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever.
You ditched her.
Okay.
Oh no.
Who do we pick?
The computer.
Yeah?
Hey, look. Professor Dog, he said that computer did everything he could to get to school on time. And Pop is gross.
All right, then.
COVID. We have to worry about COVID in the room.
Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay. I already ate.
See?
If it's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture.
See, that would have been a bad choice.
Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
Were we supposed to? I mean, we're being fair at the very least. We didn't pick somebody terrible.
We picked
so we
someone
win
that was
or whatever.
that's was acknowledged as being good. But,
I'm sorry. I clicked. I think it says something that we don't know what the assignment is yet.
I don't know what the things are and stuff, and I'm
Technically,
worried.
Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and
Tiny
earnest
food.
about him. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by gravy in this.
And then Colonel's mesmerizing face.
Yeah.
He did it.
Beep.
Tissue? I hardly know you.
Hey, that's my joke. Clank judders, and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection.
Aww.
Looks like you two will be fine. Now, I'm still eating biscuits.
It's biscuit time before we make up food. Oh. Chewing my biscuit. This isn't Dunkin' Donuts.
But it's gravy and biscuits.
Biscuits. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Like that's when teachers, what they sound like.
I still got biscuit.
Yeah, 16 teachers. How does sprinkles sound again? Oh god. Oh. All right, you two. That's not what it is. For today's lesson, you're gonna keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. That's what I'm going with.
No, chef. It's an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Professor Sprinkle has a split personality.
He's a dog. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? There's an obvious choice, but I don't know if that's fun.
Montage seems easy. Octopus. Oh, Blaze. Go with octopus for fun.
Because we know it's that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking about trying something exotic. Maybe a dish that incorporates octopus in some way. I'm more of a down-home type chef myself. What about something that, go with me here, walks on land? Actually, there are certain species of octopus that do leave the water. Oh, we just actually him.
We actually.
We're not going out with this guy.
Nope. He's going to
Actually. For instance, this is our new voice because we're actually.
Oh no.
For instance, have you heard of the 𝕮𝖕𝖕┬𝖕
Oh my god, and we gave him the technical name too.
It leaves the water to hunt for crab.
Holy cow.
An octopus that walks upright and hunts crabs. Now I've heard everything. The world is truly a marvelous place, isn't it?
And he's a gentleman.
Octopus, crab. That sounds like you're describing one of my signature dishes. Are you trying to steal my thunder?
Boys. What's with all this hostility? Has the competition been moved up to today?
How dare you try and muscle in on my culinary territory? Nobody better touch a cephalopod without going through me first.
Wow.
I think there's been a misunderstanding. Nobody's muscling in on any mollusks. We were simply discussing today's assignment. You can cut the tension in here with a chef's knife, which makes sense because chef's knives are usually pretty sharp. Look, we were just talking. I'll happily step back from any and all seafood.
Did you look at Ashley's tights? There's 2 drumsticks in her inner thigh.
Are those like did she cut those? Are those like a hole or are those like a pattern?
I don't know, but now she randomly has chicken on her thighs.
You know
chicken
what?
Chicken thighs, get it?
Chicken shins.
Got drums on her chicken thighs.
You know what? I'm just gonna make mashed potatoes and gravy. I know my grandmother's recipe by heart. Keep the tentacles. You begin to peel and boil potatoes and try to extricate yourself from this thorny situation. But your rivals aren't having it.
I doubt that you even have the capabilities to work with ingredients so delicate. You should probably stick to microwavable dishes.
Unlike my friend Van, though he may be the man, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worth admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular.
Oh, he's so
And he brought his star down because it was like up here. And then he like brought it down. I'm combing it where it. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense.
Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out.
Yup. And if COVID and Van are both inclined to the sea, perhaps they should go there together.
Ashley, are you suggesting I share the secrets of my special saltwater sauce with this novice? I'm disappointed in all of you.
Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly.
Friend, we get you.
Are we turning to Colonel Sanders or turning to Miriam? Or rather, Colonel Sanders, the hunker hunks. Or Miriam, your forever bestie.
Go with Sanders.
I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas.
Oh.
Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I choose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? Sometimes conflict can actually build character. That's kind of a backhanded thing here. I wouldn't want you to shy away from a bit of healthy competition with our peers, COVID. Wow, is he just not that into you? You'd think a gentleman would defend you in a situation like this. Did you do something to offend him at
You
some
actually
point?
him, and you scientifically named
You look
things.
for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature! You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere.
Wow.
I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish.
Ooh.
Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes.
It's different now.
The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Mashed potatoes. Pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes. To quote Uncle Phil. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. Oh.
Ooh.
The two of you stand holding the same spork for that small moment. All of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, said... Did we stay alive? Reconnection successful.
Yay!
Okay. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
What? Van, do something. Do something.
Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, COVID. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have some potatoes, face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic.
Holy
in just
cow.
a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors.
Wow.
You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned. In the process, the results could be toxic.
It's too late. It has been eaten.
No!
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good. It killed him!
Everyone step back. Don't take another bite.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds.
Wow.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Ghost of student.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here.
Saying that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room.
So a student died.
At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky.
There's ghost wandering.
Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing.
Goodness.
Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now,
okay, my question to you, do you want to continue being COVID, or would you like to split this up?
it's a lot of reading.
It is a lot of reading.
Now you might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. I mean, it depends on what kind of romance we're having, I guess.
That's the thing. That's the other part of the question.
I mean,
seems like there's a connection via food.
We could do Brokeback Colonel Sanders.
Gives into fan
yes,
fictions.
There's something I need to tell you.
Oh, right there.
Jesus.
There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, he walks up crotch first? Good Lord.
That's what he does. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights.
Cool story, bro.
We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, and our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
That hair keeps just moving up and down. It's the weirdest hair.
Here, you take COVID part now, I guess. Just so we're not,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't prove that.
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh.
Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
Ah! The spork monster is here to fight a hero. Wow.
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
We will not let harm come to another student, except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. All right, that's you.
Oh.
Sorry.
The Colonel just had to relate a little.
The Colonel was being tough.
He had to relate a little. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence?
But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I will attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage.
Ooh.
It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. Hot gravy. You take 1 damage. Do you defend or attack?
Defend.
Defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation.
You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from the Earth herself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond?
Attack.
You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love.
Attack.
Biscuit moves.
It's the biscuit first while you're attacking the Spork Monster.
Spork Monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses 𝕮𝖊𝖔𝖓. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle.
No,
Attack! You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce and onto the lawn of the quad.
No.
I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Thou villain, the reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
1,000.
Pot pie power punch. The pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated.
You saved me.
An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night.
Finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again.
This monster messed with the wrong chef. You ready your final attack?
1,000 chickens. You'll never survive my
Student debt loan destruction.
Yeah.
Does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized.
Yay!
Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, COVID.
You have a really big student debt. That's impressive.
The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from the battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you.
We just passed that. Ooh. Oh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
The image of
Colonel Fanders.
The image of Colonel Fanders flashes before your eyes as you find a thief. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. Are you okay?
Is it raining outside? Yeah. I see it on the vehiculars. There is moisture in the sky coming down to the floor. It is officially spring break, everybody.
It's officially a very romantic Colonel Sanders sexy time.
Chicken, rain in the night, finding the Colonel at our bedside after fighting the Spork Monster.
In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy.
Le swoon.
You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly.
Oh, good night, my Colonel.
In your dream, you are together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird.
Oh, and they all fly over on shit. Okay, I love this so much.
You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Are they memories or premonitions? I think we should refresh some beverages.
Yes.
Maybe reheat some chicken.
Now that it's the next day. Those drumsticks made us hungry and definitely in need of refills.
Alright, so
We'll be back.
We shall be back momentarily. Alright. We have returned.
Coconut. From
I'm still frozen. All right, none of that anymore. If I go back to the, I'm gonna be frozen there too. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
no.
All right. Anyway, we've got chicken, and I've got another old-fashioned. Some old-fashioned chicken, if you will. It is Kentucky whiskey, kind of. So,
I have toasted coconut rum.
That's not from Kentucky at all.
No, it's not. With tangerine lemonade. That is my concoction, and it's quite tasty.
All right. Well, I guess I'm not sure what the deal is with our faces.
Do you want to leave it on that frozen?
No, I'm not. We're gonna. Yes. Good. Let's go back. All right. Okay. All right. So you awake on day 2 in an attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Ah! I clicked out the window.
No!
There we go. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used boop.
Now, were you dreaming about the secret herbs and spices?
I mean, dreaming about the whole transcendent experience.
Through the wormhole hole of Deep Space Nine. No, I'm just kidding.
We've been watching too much Deep Space Nine.
It looks exactly like the wormhole. The colors and everything.
And then
Cisco's gonna show up to class.
there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead. You're taking the coast.
I thought you slaughtered yourself.
I haven't slaughtered. Look at my plate. On my plate, I haven't slaughtered myself at all.
A big piece of chicken on the very small plate.
And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? Probably just because he already trusts you so much.
Aww.
Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you could tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay. I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be like Clank.
I think you might like Clank.
I think I might like Clank.
Like him? Like?
I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him, like him. We got to talking after class, and he actually is a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in high school?
No, but that does make complete sense. Oh, I'm COVID again, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at school. He didn't even go to, and was also the convertible. What? He was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I had to read that normal for a second. He was also the convertible.
I mean, basically
Right,
at
Miriam.
this point, I'm pretty sure Colonel Sanders is just the new Chuck Norris, I think, at this point. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there.
No, see, look, okay, I'm not alone.
Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most popular student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now?
Definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have
The narrator told I had to boost your confidence.
You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients?
Uh-oh.
However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted.
Got high.
Yeah, the drugs.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking. So we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, as I think.
As you eat the secret spices.
It makes this better for some reason.
Full experience.
Besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Please, 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 please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie?
Protect it. He was being a butt and challenged our love.
Oh, we have to even make up a fake? We can't just be like, nah. We have to lie.
Yep. Here's what happens when boys get involved in bestie relationships that are fragile.
You quickly think of a fake ingredient name.
And lie to each other.
Huh?
When girls' relationships as besties are made fragile by summers not spent together, sometimes things like this can really, really, really spark some damage. Lies and slander is happening right now as we speak.
Well, quickly think of the ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? Eye of Newt? I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Sorry.
Eye of Newt? Wow!
Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing. And you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you ask her to confirm what she is definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. The cherry blossom petals fill the air. Oh, no.
Colonel! Oh my god. Don't tell me the horse's name is Biscuit.
Do we run to him or stand back and admire his majestic glory?
Run to him.
You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you onto the back of the stallion, and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face.
Holy!
The force of the blow completely knocked you out cold.
Okay.
In the darkness, you see a vision.
No!
Oh, COVID, I'm here to deliver you a message.
Oh, God.
Not this guy.
Important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. They've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return.
Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times.
Oh no.
And that name is... Before you can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, gee.
Oh.
You wait to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural season must? Oh, do we go? Oh, do we lean in? Do we lean in?
We haven't even had a first kiss yet.
No.
Don't make it a thing. Compliment the craftsmanship of his horseshoe.
Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school. Maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I can really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore.
See? You can't just go in just because we got hit by his horse for the kiss. Because then he's gonna feel obligated. I gotta kiss you. My horse kicked you in the face.
And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad.
What?
Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad.
What?
Summoning a demon bad?
What?
You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder.
It's the spork monster.
But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Come to stop acting mature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get closer. Let's go with the sneaky route.
That one?
Yeah.
You're sitting near the rivals,
Nibble, nibble, chicken.
but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for my class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them.
Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules.
Oh,
We're just enjoying this chicken so much.
Chicken.
The Colonel's secret chicken. It's interfering.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ain't you. Are you Ashley?
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
Panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
What?
You finally get a look at what they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book.
The one with
like
the chicken.
The one you found after your encounter with the spork monster.
No!
That's the same. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret.
You notice they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop hidden to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him
What the?
as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. And it's almost time for some more coleslaw. Coleslaw, baby.
I saw you. Call you my honey. So I slow haul. I don't know what
Slow haul for you, baby. Clank goes beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of balls.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. You really need to go back to being COVID. I'm reading everybody.
Yeah, and I just realized that Miriam has a crush on a robot. I didn't realize who Clank was until
it's not even a robot. It's a oven. It's like a pressure cooking oven device.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language. Not even from a stand mixer.
No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down. Off, hoppin'. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
What?
And you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of dog food. I just said food. There's a dog, food, dog. The word's not there.
Dog food.
Well, COVID.
Naturally, this appears to be a simple platter. Which item do you want to sample?
A glass of water,
a shimmering pepper sounds exciting.
Go for a shimmering pepper.
A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination.
Oh my god.
It feels like forever as you trip through the universe.
Hi, friend.
Oh no.
Ooh.
This guy again?
I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, you must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I'm saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is...
Sorry, I think we got some spice stuck in my throat.
It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy. You must...
You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness.
Oh, man.
You come to and find everyone is staring at you.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
Why was that an option? Okay, that wasn't the line. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared
Via timed competitive cook-off.
The The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Do we tell them to stop wasting everybody's time or just go for it?
Step up and tell them, you're on.
Alright. Oh yeah, you go back there.
A bit of lunchtime competition? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it.
I'm not the fool, you're the fool.
Good one, Van. I like your gumption, COVID. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer.
What? Time is ready.
Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words "timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I stand corrected.
The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
You had his chicken and you made a mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you could really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water. Potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick randomly.
Yeah.
No. What were you thinking, Kobe? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices?
11.
That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. The state of mind offers the most flavor.
Yeah.
Trust?
Trust.
That's wrong.
Oh, God.
I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now, what would be a great time to harness that energy? So where does it come from?
Yep.
This is your shot. You're not going to miss it. Hello. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling.
Sizzling.
That's wrong.
What?
Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. Game over.
No.
Try
again.
I didn't know we could lose.
Biscuits and chicken.
Biscuits
I
and
couldn't
chicken.
read the question fast enough and then read the answers. It was too short. Oh, it's too much pressure.
Alright. You do this. Yada 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 yada. This all happened. This all happened. You're on. Yada yada yada. Let's do this.
Cool story, guys. I'll watch you. Dog says, yeah. Timer on. Yeah.
Timer on. Yeah. Aroo.
We did it. And here come the question. She's gonna challenge me. We're done.
Okay. Time to boil water for potatoes.
Ah.
It boils 100 Celsius.
Yep.
That's right.
Bang.
But how would you have even gone to the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipes.
11.
11. That's right. Yada, yada, yada. Tail wagging intensifies. What state of mind offers the most gratitude?
Gratitude?
That's right.
Yay.
You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. Yeah, your father told you stuff.
Dad told you things. What was the important
Never forget where you
things?
came from, and every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. So where does it come from? There we go. This is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Haru!
Yay!
What's the sound of success? Silence.
Bubbling.
Silence. Bubbling. Ah.
We picked something right.
I don't know if I even clicked.
That's right.
I think it gave it to me. So the pig's one for you anyway.
Ah.
You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. The coinal.
The coinal.
I believe in you, COVID.
He's actually cheering you on.
Oh.
Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders.
And biscuit.
How many spoonfuls of gravy would what? What were you thinking? Get your mind back to the competition. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take?
No! I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind.
What does that have to do with crafting's particular fried chicken and delegate-based business? Oof, oof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of the dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but COVID does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shoved your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
COVID, no!
But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame.
Oh no!
What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of COVID's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells you a story of excellence. I was going to ask COVID to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer of the delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside,
Whoa!
That's intense.
Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce.
Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you.
As he places his sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache.
Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Lies your rage.
Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into
Oh,
flames.
jeez.
The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. They fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester.
What?
Perhaps forever.
What?
Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone.
Oh.
The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married.
Oh, jeez.
And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide it from him.
It's very dramatic.
But he appreciates he approaches
you directly.
I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out.
I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef.
Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was just born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel.
I didn't know.
People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been.
Sounds like this guy could really use a hug.
I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give.
As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion.
There was nipples fry off?
One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Oh, God.
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening shadow presence.
Oh, God.
It's a spork monster! Battle scarred from the night before. You prepare for the worst.
Ah! No! Oh, my God. It's me. Oh. The Spork Monster. Goku, the Spork Monster is here to fight a hero.
Is anyone else feeling a bit deja vu?
I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night.
That was
Boko, my twin. And I, Goku, I'm here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no. Not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask?
Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you.
It's just that we beat Borko really easily, so I think what? I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would.
I think what COVID is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life is too short for making enemies.
I suppose. You really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws.
All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all?
Of course I do.
Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea.
Oh my god. Chomp on this. Oh, a biscuit.
Yeah, toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp.
Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You're human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I still a student at the school. Until one day a mean kid with a magic spellbook cast an enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Gorko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way, I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protected. The innocent from those who would cheat them. You sorcery girl. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there.
Sounds like there was some bad cooks in the kitchen of life.
Another one of his quotes.
That's a good one.
Original, I bet.
COVID. Together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can... You have a hideaway?
What?
A personal invite.
We were invited.
You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like.
Ooh.
But it sounds like you're about to find out.
Ooh. Oh, there's a chicken. And there's a baby with a beard.
He's just always
been that way.
I mean, I wasn't expecting the sort of modernistic thing going on.
Beautiful fireplace.
It looks like you... Oh, sorry.
It looks like you live...
You showed up. Thought it was my line.
It looks like you live in such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made a decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing.
It's meant to pair with something spicy. Or something crispy. Both, perhaps?
Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you?
Reveal.
You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Or you could talk yourself out of it. You decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day.
I present to you my original coleslaw.
A shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway.
Even if we have the camera on us, it's not like we can show you.
Magnificent.
We kind of ate it all.
Did we eat it all?
Yeah.
That's a tragedy. I remember when you didn't even used to like it.
It's your fault. You fixed me.
But that's a shame because it means I used to have more coleslaw to eat.
That was the same thing that you said about club soda. That's your fault.
Yeah. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Tragedy.
Tragedy.
We have an empty...
No.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on its moment.
Okay.
You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Seemingly. Sure. Why not?
Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
Oh.
Realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping.
What?
Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel.
There's magic
We can
on
click
the
on
walls.
the chicken was the first thing we saw.
Well,
Notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, it isn't just realistic. It's real.
Ah!
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy? Must have been important to to Colonel Sanders when it was alive.
A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Ah.
Ah!
All right, what else should we click on? Oh,
Baby picture.
baby.
Oh, jeez. Oh, he's so cute.
An adorable little baby boy crawls on the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right?
Yeah.
Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel.
What about the camel?
Camel. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt?
What? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Should we click on that door that just opened?
I don't know. I feel like that's a trap.
Go to the last painting. Last picture.
One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. That's not what that photo depicts.
No. No.
You look closely and see there's a short inscription.
I wonder who my friend Pete is.
What's he drinking? Oh,
The
it's a
scented candle.
A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No. It's one of the secret recipe ingredients.
What?
It's... Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel.
See the lake.
You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of the student pops up. Are thinking about heading out into the open world on a quest to avenge my death.
Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you?
I could just tell you my name right now. It's...
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. We're just gonna do everything. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of a comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel.
What the heck?
You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures."
Poor guy.
Must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style?
Okay then.
Alright, so
Whoa.
you open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you were wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you.
Ooh.
Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off.
You decide that it is Alan food. Tell him you're cold. You fessed up and said the first.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't that kind of game.
What? You could. A kiss is nothing crazy.
Not that we blame you for trying.
Oh, jeez.
But still.
What? Lame. We couldn't just tell him we
It's
really,
a dating
really like
sim.
him.
I mean,
Oh man!
oh, we're all the way out here.
Whoa!
That is. Oh, I can just hold it down.
Revealing.
Make horror song. And then we click on everything again. Chicky. What is that? What are you doing?
I don't know. So we're speeding through everything.
That's your la la speed through.
Yeah. It changed at every second.
La 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 la.
You earned the opportunity to continue the game.
See me stab.
Oh my god. Aw.
Alright, so you fess up and tell him the truth. Or tell him you're cool.
Tell him a cool. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up.
Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer?
Hey, not that kind of game.
Suddenly everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook.
I should be home studying.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door.
What?
But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself.
Colonel?
Yes, 𝕮𝖕.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow. We talk late into the night and drift off into slumber.
Aww.
Dream sequence.
We still slept over. What?
You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. This is the final day.
This is it.
This is our final stretch.
It's a final school day.
You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges. I can't read.
Emerges into the room.
He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Oh, I was gonna say who's gonna make you blackface.
I don't think KFC even serves breakfast, do they?
No, but he makes breakfast.
That's one of those places you'd expect them to serve breakfast.
Maybe they do in other countries.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
Ah.
That just chicken and biscuits.
Yep.
You can taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey.
Oh, shut up. Can you imagine KFC biscuits as a waffle shape? So it's chicken and waffles, but a biscuit waffle?
Well, didn't they try to do chicken and waffles?
No.
I could have sworn they just recently. No, they
did a donut.
I could have sworn they were doing waffles at some other
Maybe
point.
they did a while ago.
But they certainly weren't biscuit waffles. That's a
biscuit waffles would be something.
So would you say that we're the perfect match?
Oh,
how presumptuous! My cuisine. You read. Your turn.
My cuisine reigns supreme. Iron Chef. Not what he said.
That's close enough. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
Flatter him.
You flatter him or take him down a peg?
Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye
Oh.
as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner?
Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out to the door and go home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for 30 weeks for no one.
So we weren't friends.
Something parents are trying to make your best friend is there waiting for you.
So we weren't friend zoned. We were business zoned.
Maybe.
I don't know what that means. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay. But now that it's turned out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me out to go with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. And I get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends. But things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving?
Yeah.
As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
Yeah. And now, I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Sure, it's the only option we have.
No matter what you do, together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's this, Swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hey, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is that horse the Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who could dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, COVID, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting to a boiling over point. I improvised. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? COVID, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in a fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail, winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What is he doing complimenting her?
No. But what about the flavors of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received.
That's a lot of words to say. It was bland.
Excuse me, COVID. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Ooh. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine food.
See you inside, COVID.
What?
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley
Ashley.
for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa! That's that book. It looks like a bad news. Like bad news.
It looks like bad news.
Yeah. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know who would spend much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can think of one surefire way to find out.
You open to a page covered with arcane warnings.
Cast only in case of extreme emergency.
It says around the edges of the page.
I could use the spell here to say it will erase everyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class.
Take the advice of the spork monster.
Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid.
His cute little nose scrunches up and begins to breathe quickly.
You must be hungry. Dog Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Wait to see what happens?
Sprinkles stops and distracts. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence.
Sprinkles is barking up ferociously. Drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You. Oh, that was
Character
bad.
went down the wrong hole.
Something like coleslaw residuals.
You'd better not show your chubby chicks around here after again.
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you,
He's a
COVID.
sleepy dog.
That's just me. Thank you, COVID, reminding me
To dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see.
But before he could go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. He's interrupted by words and sparkles.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noise.
But no! You had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shapes, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Beep, beep.
Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Hank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his track.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it is not entirely clear where it came from.
Okay. In terms of deep friend forever... What? In terms of deep friend footwear, I guess it looks okay.
I mean, deep fried? But it says friend.
Deep friend footwear.
I mean, it's not a dating sim without typos. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we must be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge.
It's the final cook-off.
I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you in all in the arena. Well, before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
For tiny cocoa, it's a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source for frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or a whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show an interest somehow. Anyhow. Sorry, the text that's like within the trees and the grass and the bushes. Dear God.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a few special soups. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up.
While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend that time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice. This is it. The location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Ant-Man, the supposed Man-Man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, COVID's famous chicken pot pie.
What?
After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. COVID, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake. and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Do we ignore it? Do we fess up?
Fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, it's burning.
Haha, no. I could smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. It'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow.
Wow.
I kind of want to go back. I clicked too fast. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. Decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory.
What?
Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes for their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has got her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe are fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Big borscht!
Washington.
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend baster blaster.
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roid.
Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personalities. Spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
Yeah. Is that singularity as was foretold?
We mustn't let that happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls them out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic?
Do it the hard way.
We're gonna do it. This is what Colonel Sanders wants us to do.
Yeah.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
I'm going to do it the hard way.
Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
Oh.
I believe in you, COVID. Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, COVID, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station chair. Is it weird that at this point that COVID doesn't really sound like a bad name anymore?
No. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering me on, who's cooking? Tiny food? Sure, cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but...
That's cheap. Well, I mean, there's no rules, I guess. Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient!
However, she doesn't know that you lied, and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
Ah!
It is I, Steve, the Spook Monster!
Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spook Monsters are many. I think Goku had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition? I love this stuff. It's better on TV than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're done here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water?
I'd love to! I've always wanted to do a Top Chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spoke pup back in your country.
A Spork up in the old
I have
country.
no idea.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during a skill tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. We have to summon extra power from deep down within ourselves.
Yeah! I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win.
Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body.
What the hell? We just kamehameha on the mac and cheese?
Yeah.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this.
Yes, COVID. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue.
Sorry.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your 𝕮𝖈𝖓 pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear COVID. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, decide that you have all his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. Holy sh... All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a God. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union.
Time's up, students.
With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hey, I'm flying!
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, saying how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure.
It's raining harder
It's
outside.
raining very hard.
I mean, aside from the quarantine, this is the one thing that I will always say. Floridian promotional people are very good at lying about how amazing and sunshiny our spring breaks are. It rains every day.
You kids and your pranks! I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly here for material. Wait a second. Pranks, clank. What did the pressure cooker roll off to?
Wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow, he must have gone unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4.
Sorry, I was yawning.
Only 4 remaining students.
It added to the drama.
Please collect your findings. Yes, it has been a long semester.
3 days.
3 whole
Wow,
days.
3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny 𝕮𝖕𝖓 I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles.
Jeff is my father's name.
Yes, sprinkles and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, COVID, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe bone urchin shell, topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
Bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this. Keep poking my tongue. This qualified.
A stunning turn of events.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat?
Dejected, Van does not go gentle to the mat.
Disqualified for glamour? No discount simplicity. This isn't the last you heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yes, I'm a dog, I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school.
Ah.
Got toast in your ears or something, COVID? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job at cooking it too. I didn't realize that we're having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist. But don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spirals.
If the food cannot be eaten and cannot be judged, you are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. It's splashing and raining outside.
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be a fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
Two chefs?
We began a bowl of delicious mac and cheese.
Has become something else.
He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl.
I haven't eaten that version of the bowl yet.
Uh-oh.
That actually exists.
I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It is so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
It's like Oprah.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment. To get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated, in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance.
It's pretty.
Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
Seriously, I like that chandelier.
DJ Dog is in the house. Oh, whoa.
You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Oh, jeez.
Van and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation is very clearly written in school bylaws. Excuse me. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spook Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name. Party Monster!
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically. She found a love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat.
A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and I accept your diploma.
So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The
Such and
music
such
at
and
the
this
dance
Madden.
is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing.
Waving Gloibin.
It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. Woo!
I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. Portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
The chair.
Ooh!
Howdy, classmates.
Ooh! He's casual.
Very casual.
With a red pen, though.
Just like the first day you met him, he has
Damn
come
right.
prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal.
What?
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history
Oh my
of
god,
chicken
it's
and
our
man
entire meal.
by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
Guys, that's what we ordered. It's even 4 biscuits and 2. This is
That's
exactly
literally the
what we
meal.
ordered.
Yep.
What?
The
Except it's missing a chicken liver.
No, it's
I
not
should
the
have
end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner,
Psych out.
Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Ovid, what are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a funny person?
Someone who doesn't look as mad as you. Jesus. Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love that.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, COVID.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur?
I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh, my dear COVID, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end. Oh. Oh.
We did it.
We did it. With a really crazy. I don't know if I actually think I want to look it up, see if I can get a chicken alarm clock for my phone. That would be intense. Oh, you guys can't see us. I'm dancing.
The dancing in spirit now. Yeah.
We don't get to know what we look like though.
No, it's so we get our immersed in the tale.
See, the only thing that
We
we
put
do know at the
ourselves
very
in the
least-
shoes of COVID.
Well, at least we do know that we had like crazy wild orange hair though when we like Kamehameha.
Yes, we mac and cheese and made.
Mac and cheese.
So yeah, that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
That was actually super fun.
I think it's made better by the fact we did actually make sure we had Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Or else this would have happened tomorrow anyway. I mean, this is a marketing tool that worked. Preemptively, we bought the chicken because we knew it was just going to happen anyway.
It did.
But easy for us to say we already like KFC.
It was the full thing. Look, this is my family's chicken joint, if you will. And playing this game, it was kind of fun. They were talking about their spices, and we're sitting here with the bucket in front of us, and we had the residual taste in our mouths, and we were eating chicken along with the game, and you guys listening in. I mean, it was magic. I thought it was fun. I think for something that you like choose your own thing, I think what was fun is that we got to read it. So we got to create silly voices.
Oh yeah.
For it, so that made it way more exciting.
And I think it was just the right length. I don't think it needed to be much longer than it was.
No, that was like perfect.
Yeah, I think it's a fun parody of these dating sim things. Yeah, it's fun. But it's such a wild little thing because it's actually made by. This feels like something that some random person would make, but KFC just randomly did this.
They knew what the fans wanted.
Apparently so.
This is what they wanted, and you know what? I'm not complaining. I liked it a whole lot. All right, ratings though. What do you think?
Well, we were doing out of 5.
Yes, 1 out of 5. 1 being how dare you utter the name of the game, and 5 being holy camole, I want to play again.
I mean, I think for everything that it was, it's a 5. Like,
I agree.
I mean, it's hard for me. For one, you don't have to pay for it.
It's for free.
It's a big ad that you enjoy explain. But
It's a free commercial fun game.
yeah, and I think it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and it's exactly what you expect it to be. I just was expecting it to be. I mean, it's called a dating simulator, but it's not like I thought we were going to be doing a little bit more courting.
Oh, we got
Not
in
so
trouble
much.
when we went a little bit too far.
Yeah,
for the
I
game,
thought not to say that I expected to go, explicit or something. Just
A kiss.
yeah, I was expecting a little bit more of the
A kiss in your face.
dating drama stuff, but they went with more of a what
It went with a more
companionship
silly...
/ chef apprenticeship thing.
Yeah, it went companion,
makes sense,
silly,
obviously.
cute, fun thing. It was silly, and I thought that was fun. Rather than being serious, romantic, like, but I need to have you. It was.
Well, I mean, it was
she
gonna
was
be
dating a
comedy
robot
anyway. It's a
was
Colonel Sanders dating simulator.
I
It's
know,
not-
but it could have tried to be serious. And you would just think it's funny that they're trying.
yeah.
But it was cute and it was fun. And I liked it. I thought it was a fun experience.
Well,
Made better by our voices.
and actual chicken.
Lots of chicken. That
So
entire
we're not
meal.
sponsored. We're not sponsored by KFC, but you know what?
If you wanna,
I will
don't think we
eat.
say
I will
no.
play any video game with KFC chicken supplied. Like I'll do
Yay.
that. But we
I
are
think the
not.
best part of the end of it is that it literally was our meal.
Yeah.
It literally, because they threw in the mac and cheese bowl with the chicken, which I love the famous bowl. That is like my favorite thing. But aside from the classic stuff that we've eaten today, but I thought that would be part of the main dish at the end, but it wasn't. It was literally the classic order
Two
bucket,
potatoes,
2 potatoes, a slaw,
coleslaw,
and
a bucket
4.
and biscuits. That's yep.
It was perfect. It was exactly what we were eating. So I think that's what made it the most fun.
Yeah.
We literally ordered exactly what the game finished on.
Yeah. So we went classic.
Yep.
So with that being said, I don't know where do we go from here? Who knows?
To the moon.
To the moon. But until
We already
meet
went
again,
to KFC.
Until we meet again. Go get yourself some chicken.
Go get a chicken. Well, they'll
If you
deliver it
want
to
to.
you. Social distancing.
They'll do delivery. But we shouldn't talk too much more about KFC unless they start paying us. So let's.
So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Good night.